Hi guys!
How's it going?
Happy Wednesday! So we wanted to just go live in here real quick. We were actually just making dinner and it's cooking right now. And we were chatting a little bit about, oh, let me get comfy here. Oh, this is the weird chair, huh? Yeah, it's the broken chair. Anyways, we wanted to chat with you and see if some of you guys are going to be on live or if you just want to see the recording when we post it. But basically, we had a couple of realizations, and we wanted to share them with you. So, Seena, if you want to give a little bit of background, kind of on what we were talking about.
Yeah, so we were just making dinner and talking kind of about where the business is and how everything's doing, and we got onto the topic of kind of what we used to do while Kacia was building it while she was at Google, and kind of
give backstory because some people might not know, So basically, I ran my first challenge group. I started in January 2014. And the first 6 months in the business were really focused on just kind of learning the fundamentals. I would say that I was a hobby coach. I saw the vision of what this could be, but I didn't fully understand it until we went to Summit together in June of 2014. So after Summit in June of 2014, we knew we were going to be moving from Seattle to New York. So we made a plan together where we were let's go all in on this business and really start to learn how to duplicate this for other people that we love and figure out kind of how we can do that together as I was working a full-time job at Google and we were doing this transition, moving across the country and whatnot. And what are the things that we kind of did from that all-in mindset to turn this into really quickly a 100K plus business and now well beyond that, I guess.
Yeah. So one of the big goals that we set when shortly after moving to New York was Kacia was going to quit her Google job in May May of that same year, so May 2015.
Yeah.
And as you know, she went on and did that and everything. She hustled every day and worked between the crack hours and fit in time when she could. And so we were talking today kind of what did she used to do back then that maybe she's not doing so much now. And a lot of coaches in this business like to reach these crazy, amazing goals, which is awesome, and they become more present with their family or they
take a step back
and kind of coast, I guess, and which is totally fine, and you can do that in this business. But one of Kacia's drivers is doing this, helping this for other people, and getting them to a point where they can leave their jobs, bring their spouses home, have some extra income, side income that they want, whatever they want. And so we were talking kind of what did you used to do that got you to that point. So we kind of wanted to go over some things that we came up with that helped a lot to get her able to quit her full-time job if that's your goal, or to make an extra side income, to whatever your goal is. So we just kind of wanted to go over some things that we came up with.
Yeah. So I think it's really cool because Seena is a great person to kind of bounce ideas off of. And obviously he's been really involved in the business since the very beginning, even when we were both skeptical if it was a real job or anything like that. But what we talked about that I think is really cool is what did I actually do when that mindset shift happened, right? So all of a sudden we're okay, it doesn't matter how long this takes, we're going to make this into a full-time job. In a full-time income, it had to make, for us, with our lifestyle living in New York, Seena doesn't have income since he's a full-time student at NYU Dental. And what do we have to do in order to support our lifestyle and our means to live in New York? And for us, that was to get this business to $100,000 a year point, so $2K a week basically, before I could leave Google, or just leave the corporate world in general, get another job or whatever, not have to get another job. And I looked back, and it was so simple what I did then that I really think we just overcomplicate this business a lot, and we get in our own head. We start to worry about what other people think about us, or we worry about long-term game, and we forget about just the short-term blinders on. What do you actually have to do on a regular basis to reach these goals really quickly? I want people to exceed the rate that I did it right? To give you guys more context, we had our first like 1K week on Thanksgiving. I said on a team call in September of 2014 when I was making about $500 a week that I was going to leave my job like 6 months or 7 months later with no real plan of how I had to do it, except for what we just wrote down, which is exactly what I did to build this business into a 100K business really freaking quickly.
Every single day, though.
Doing
these little things every day. And we kind of got to a point where once she left Google and she, was doing this full time, we're like, okay, well now we have to have all these crazy things. We got to do Facebook ads. We got to do a blog. We started thinking of all these things that we should be doing when in reality it was these simple things we did every day that got us to where we are. And it should be no different once we reached our goal or your goal, whatever that is. And we just think that these are like the basic fundamental things to get where you want to go, and it does take work, and it is doing it every day and being consistent and showing up when you don't want to, when it doesn't feel right.
Why do you think that people don't reach their goals?
They don't stay in it long enough, and they don't do those little things every day. It's easy in the beginning. It's those weeks that come after. It's the days that you're tired and you don't want to, but if you just keep the end goal in mind of where you could be at, if that's coming home and being with your kids or bringing your husband home or having some extra income to pay the bills, if you just keep that in mind and really invest in the people, it's really not hard. It's
super simple. And so what we did when we just broke down, like, this is really simple, what were the basic things that we did? And we're literally just like, I was drinking a glass of wine, sitting in the kitchen, and Seena's like, what did we actually do to get this point from, $500 a week type of business with like 75-ish coaches on Fit Foundation September of 2014 to doubling our income by November to tripling our income by January. And it's not about income because money doesn't make you happy, but it gives you choices and it gives you opportunity and it takes stress off of your relationships, right? And so I was like, I'm so driven by helping other people reach their goals, whatever it is for them. Your goals are probably not going to be to put your future husband through dental school and get married without $300,000 in debt. That's probably not your goal. I don't know anyone else on the team that has that goal, but that is a big driver for me. But the first goal was to be able to exceed my Google income so that I could do this full time so that I could help other people reach their goals because I was spread too thin at that point that I couldn't do it, right? So this is what I did, literally. I hit Success Club 10 by the 10th every single month, literally every single month.
But why? Why did that?
Because what it did is it set me up to, that's 5 new people in my business every single month that I get to help work on their health and fitness goals, that I get to help work on their coaching business. And then what I could do the remainder of the month was continue to stress-free focus on building relationships and helping any of my personally sponsored coaches that I enrolled in the business, or at that point, when the team is a little bit smaller, any downline coaches hit Success Club in their business too, because I know that that's all this business is about, is Success Club, right? Take care of yourself, love people hard, and hit Success Club. Every single month, it's a compound effect business, right? So that is the biggest thing that I did was Success Club 10 by the 10th. Every single month, you guys, I did it for 30-something months. Every single month. There was times when things came up in my family, when I was working 60-plus hours a week, when I was traveling, when I didn't feel like doing it, when I didn't want to show up, when I was cranky, when I had a big stick up my butt about something, or when I was fighting with Seena about something, or something was going on in my life, but I still showed up every single month, right? Because that's the kind of consistency that it takes. It's not crazy. It's not a huge goal. You don't have to have 50-plus Success Club points up on the board every single month. It's just that consistency of showing up every single month. And for me, I really enjoyed doing 10 by the 10th because it set me up for success that I could then focus the rest of the month on my coaches and building up my network, right? Every single day, I did 5 new Hey Girl messages every single day. And Hey Girl, meaning like I just connected with people and like made friends, which for me is basically my favorite thing to do on the planet. I'm like always talking to strangers and I love talking to people about their lives. So that was super easy. But I did 5 a day consistently every single day, even when it wasn't convenient.
New Hey Girls, not continuing a Hey Girl from the day before.
Right,
Because that's 35 new people a week you're talking to, which is 140 new people a month.
Which is crazy.
And if you don't sell 5 challenge packs to 140 people, there's something.
Yeah, then something is, the messaging is weird.
Yeah.
Like, you're being too businessy in your invites or something. You're not being authentic to yourself, and you're not having fun. Because people can kind of feel that if you're being authentic, or if you're being like, Mr. Robot, you know? Like, people can feel that. So Success Club 10 by the 10th, 5 new Hey Girl messages, and 5 new Facebook friends. Because obviously you have to build your network. If you don't build your network, then what the heck are you doing, right? Like, you have no new people to talk to. I started with a really large, warm market, but there are people that have reached success in this business way quicker than I did that did not have any warm market. That had like 100 friends on Facebook, that are introverts, that are shy people. Introverts do better in this business than really outgoing people that are extroverted, to be honest, because they're better listeners. It took me a while to learn how to listen. As you can tell, I like to talk. But so 5 new friends that were added to my network, which means every single week I was almost adding 35 to 50 new people to my network every single week, which is awesome, because if you are motivated by relationships and you really like people, awesome, right? You are adding 50 new people to your friends list every single week that are new friends for you to actually like talk to about their lives. I plugged in to every single team call. Given I hosted probably 75% of them at the beginning, but I plugged into the team calls every single week. There were 2 times in the first 2 years that I missed a team call when I was on a plane and Kaylee Pierre hosted them for me, or Jackie did. One of those girls hosted them for me when I was physically on a flight. Those were the only 2 team calls, which means Wednesday nights, I was plugged in, I was present, I was there for anyone that had questions, and I would stay up until the end of time at night on Wednesday nights because it was the end of the Beachbody week to help any of my coaches with anything that I could possibly help with, even if it was staying on coach relations, like listening to the ringback tone before I was a 5-star and got connected to the VIP line thing. So Wednesday night team calls, every Sunday, this was something that Seena pointed out. Every Sunday, we made a plan for the next week. So we would sit down together. It wasn't necessarily just a business plan, but more like a life plan, where Sunday nights at 9 p.m., we were pretty much always in the apartment. So we would sit down together and we would look at our week. We would be like, okay, what do you have going on for school? What did I have going on for work? What social commitments did we have? And I mapped out, like, when can I work on my business? Because keep in mind, I was working, 50 plus hours a week at Google during this time, and we had other obligations just like everyone else does. And I did not work on my business at all, literally at all, when I was at work, because I didn't want to lose my job, and I cared about working, and like doing my job. And I loved my job, and I loved my coworkers, and I loved my manager, so I wanted to do really well there. But I didn't work on my business at work. So I looked at our week. We looked at our week every single Sunday night to determine when are we going to work on this business for the week moving forward, and what are some of the things that I can post about on social media. Especially new coaches, I see them get really concerned with how many likes does a post get on Facebook? How much traction does this get? What do I actually post about? I don't want to sound stupid. Truth of the matter is just stay consistent and be authentic, and that's all that really matters. But if on Sunday nights you're looking at okay, I want to talk about fitness, I want to talk about motivation, I want to talk about, for me, I talked about living in New York, I talked about my relationship with this guy, I talked about food, whatever it is, whatever the things that make up your life outside of just Beachbody, I talked about those things consistently, and I would just rotate through different topics. No big deal, right? But I planned that out ahead of time. It's not necessarily that I wrote the posts out, but I thought about okay, I want to do a fitnessy post on Monday, motivation-y, and then on Tuesday I want to do something about a mental transformation. Wednesday I'm going to post a funny thing or whatever. And I mapped that out, so I kind of had a game plan going into the week of what the week was going to look like. And I was proactive about hiccups in the road. I have happy hour with my girlfriends on this night, so I'm probably not going to be able to get stuff done, so maybe I'll wake up a little bit earlier. And I really tweaked my week. But I also had a weekly schedule, which involved me becoming a workout in the morning person, because I was not willing to take away that, because even if they're 30-minute workouts, let's be real, it takes 45 minutes to do it, maybe even an hour, because you gotta give yourself the pep talk to actually do it, and put on your shoes, and like, okay, I'm pressing play. You know, like that process takes a lot longer than actually 30 minutes unless you're like super good at that, and I wasn't. So I committed to becoming a morning workout person because I didn't want to give up that nighttime time when I could be focused on building relationships and working my business. So I had this like very specific morning schedule that I'll post in the comments below exactly what I did. I kept my blinders on. I didn't give a crap what anyone else in this business was doing. Anyone that built this business faster than me, anyone that got more likes on their pictures, anyone that had better abs than me, anyone that had social media background, anyone that was like a millionaire already, anyone that did anything else differently than me, I decided this is my plan and I'm going to stick to it and I'm going to show up consistently every single day, even on the days when it's easy not to. Because it's really easy to show up, but it's also really easy not to. The difference between if you reach your goals or not in this business is, are you going to be the one that showed up? And what I did the first year, honestly, probably the first year and a half in this business, I showed up every damn day. Like, tell them about the whole like monster truck tire thing that you said, that analogy.
So in this type of business, it's really hard in the beginning, and you're first a coach, and you're posting, and no one's reaching out to you, and you know, maybe some friends or cousin or mom will buy something, but it's really hard in the beginning to kind of know what you're doing. It's like pushing a tire up a hill. It's really hard. You're pushing and pushing and not seeing results. But at a certain point, if you just stay consistent and slowly go up that hill, any day you take off, you go backwards a little bit.
Right. Think of the actual analogy. Like, how you explained it to me was like...
But as soon as you get to the top of that hill and you get over the hump, you start going down the hill. And it takes... It's like
you still have a lot of bumps, though. You still have bumps. Like, let's not say it's all downhill.
No. But it's easier to push the tire, and you have a flow, and you have momentum, and
it's so much easier to. I don't mean to cut you off, but it's so much easier to stir momentum, or like for Seena's analogy that he told me. I remember this moment so well. I was like almost in tears because it was super late at night, and I was talking to a bunch of people, but I had to go to work really early for some event that they had at Google, and I was like, I freaking love this. Like, I just wish I could do this full time, and like, I hope that this works. I told my team I'm quitting my job, and like, we don't make enough money that I can actually do that. And he was like, Keish, you are literally pushing a monster truck tire up a hill right now. And I was like, I'll be honest, I kind of wanted to like punch him in the face because I was so tired. But he was like, you're pushing a monster truck tire up a hill. And as soon as you get it to the top, it's going to get easier. But it's the start that stops everyone. You look at the mountain, you look at how far you have to go, and you think, oh my gosh, this is going to take me for freaking ever. I'm never going to be able to do this. And every time that you stop, it's like it rolls back on you and you got to push back up again. But if you just work consistently, like this is the mountain, up the mountain, like consistently, even if it's slow, but you're still taking steps forward, you're going to get to that point where you're having these dips, but it's not like this. Like, it's more like, I'm not really that good with this.
It's an analogy. I think they get it.
I think they get it, but
it's just starting stop that really, really hurts your business. And if you know you have a vacation coming up or something happens that day, there are nights that you're just going to have to stay up a little later or get up a little earlier. But what a great opportunity you have in front of you to build something that can provide residual income for your family, provide you a healthy life, help others. There's so many good things that, of course, there's going to be nights that you don't want to do it. Or, of course, there's going to be nights that it's inconvenient. But anything good in life can have some inconvenient times that you have to get through. But I can tell you, once you get over that hill, it's a lot easier, and you found your groove, and you know how to talk to people, and you can send messages that much faster.
Yeah.
You can write posts that much faster, so you're not spending an hour writing a post. So
it's just like, I guess the biggest point of why we even jumped on here is to just reiterate, it's ridiculously simple. This business is super, super simple. So much so that if you find yourself working in the corporate world like I did, it seemed too easy to me. Like, I guess easy is not the right word. It seemed too simple to me that I was like, this can't be real. Like, this can't actually be a real job. This can't actually provide a real income. This can't actually really give people like this crazy good of results, and people can't be this happy. Like, that's crazy, right? But don't let that get in your own head and convince you that you can't do this and make you stall so much at the beginning because you're looking at the daunting hill in front of you. That is going to kill your business before you even start. And Seena is very good at like breaking down logistics and just being like, well, what's the problem? Let's find the solution. I'm like, well, like, how do we feel about it? So his mindset was like, what did you do at the beginning? What did you do the first year and a half where you showed up every single day? What drove you? And my big driver was, I want to quit my full-time job and I want to help other people reach whatever their goals are. And I just want to like have a life that I love where I can be present with people that I care about and I can do whatever the F I want to do whenever the F I want to do it, and we're not stressed about income. And I want to provide for us during the time of our life. So those are all the things that I wanted. We did all of those things a lot faster than I anticipated. And I'm going to be real with you. And the part that I'm in now is like, I felt like I was almost too far removed from that beginning time frame where I was like, maybe I should reinvent this system. Maybe I should help my coaches in a different way. You guys, the things that we told you, that's exactly what I did. And a shit ton, sorry for swearing if there's kids, a shit ton, I said it twice, of personal development so that I could believe in myself. Because then what happens is, like Seena said, you don't care about the no's. I don't know if Seena said that, but he said that to me many times. You didn't say that this time? Okay. But you don't care about the no's because you're so passionate about what your why is, and you're so passionate about helping other people get a life that has impacted you in such a positive way. So don't be that guy or girl that overcomplicates this. It's simple. Hit Success Club. If you want to do it as quickly as I did it, hit Success Club 10 by the 10th, and then help any of your personally sponsored coaches hit Success Club 2. Help anyone that's in your downline. And if you have no one in your downline, hit 10 and then focus on helping as many other people as you can join your team and see the potential in this opportunity. Do 5 hey girl messages, or if you're a guy, do 5 hey guy messages every single day. Minimum, right? Not when it's convenient, not when you feel good, not when you're pumped. Joan Crocker said this on our team call last week, inaction breeds fear. So if you're scared, freaking go do it. Rip the Band-Aid. Get something done. Because you're going to get better with practice. You're going to feel more comfortable. And take it back to the basics. If you're a brand new coach, keep it basic. Keep it simple. If you're a tenured coach and you're all of a sudden thinking, you're not further along in this business than me, right? I've been here the longest. I've been here for 3 years as of 2 days ago. And I will tell you, the best thing, when I feel like I'm out of whack, the best thing that I take it back to is a crap ton of personal development and the basics right here. So I am here to tell you guys that I think I've dropped the ball a little bit. I think that I've tried to reinvent the wheel. I think that I have taken it a step back in my own business, and I have, are you gonna need dinner? Okay, he made us dinner, so he has to go get it. Yay, look at me, I'll drive this home. I think the biggest thing is just remember why you started, be very clear on why you're here, and why you think this opportunity can benefit other people, right? You are here to serve other people. So stop making this so freaking complicated. It's simple. Hit Success Club. Love people. Show up every single day. It's not hard. It is not hard to show up every single day. It's so simple what you need to do to build this business. So please, I'm urging you not to overcomplicate it. And I'm telling you that I've dropped the ball because I've tried to overcomplicate this. So there's a reason why some of you that are even my personally sponsored coaches with ridiculous amounts of potential and excitement, that I've held you back a little bit. And I'm here to tell you that I'm going to show up huge for you because this season is the best season to be a coach. Our team has always had crazy amounts of growth during this season. And it's my favorite time to be a coach, honestly, from September to December, because you build a crap ton of relationships. And then from January to March, everyone and their cousin wants to join your groups. It's super fun. It's super awesome. But that doesn't happen without you showing up. So gut check yourself. Are you really doing those things that you know are going to build the foundation of your business? Are you doing your workouts? Are you drinking Shakeology? That's a no-brainer. Let's put that on the side. Are you doing personal development? Please tell me you're doing personal development. If you're not, make that a priority. Are you posting every single day on Facebook, even on Saturday when you're out with your friends? I don't care. Post a lifestyle post. Are you showing up every single day for whatever it is that your goal is? Are you matching that with the action? Because I do not want to see you in 4 months quitting and saying, oh, Beachbody wasn't for me. It's like, no, you just didn't show up. I bet you it is for you. If you're here, something drove you into this business. Something made you want to be here. Something in you said, you know what, maybe I could do this thing too. Maybe that girl, Kacia, or whoever your upline coach is, isn't some magical unicorn. Maybe there's a lot of people that have had a ton of crazy, ridiculous success and get to make their life about helping and serving other people and get to travel anywhere, work anywhere with Wi-Fi, not have to worry about that financial strain on you. You have that opportunity, and you have that opportunity to gift it to other people. So show up. I'm urging you to show up, and I promise you that I am going to be so present. I've got a ton of traveling coming up, and that is not an excuse. In fact, it's a driver. I want more people to have this life. I want more people to be able to do whatever they want to do, because that's what life is about, right? So I promise you, my promise to you right now is you're going to see me show up the way that I did. For those of you that were around the first year and a half in this business, I'm going to show up. I'm going to show up for you, not because I want to make more money. To be honest, I'm fine. I don't care about money. That's not a driver for me. It's because I want to show up because I care about you and I care about your goals, and I'm here to help you in any way that I can. And Seena's here to help you in any way that you can. If you're not friends with Seena, go send him a friend request. We are here to help you guys because we really, really care about you guys. And I think part of caring is telling your people that you love when you drop the ball a little bit. And I'll be honest, I dropped the ball. I haven't been hitting Success Club 10 by the 10th. I've been posting every day, but I haven't been doing 5 Hey Girl messages every single day. I haven't been adding 50 plus new people to my friends list, but that's how I built my business. So why would I not be an example and practice what I preach, right? From here on out, I'm showing up big for you guys, and I'm here to help you in every possible way that I can. And if you want to run, I'm going to run with you. And I'm just so excited and grateful to have you guys. And I just wanted you guys to know that we are here to love on you and support you. And the leadership of this team wants to freaking do whatever we can to make sure that you have this crazy, ridiculous, amazing life that you just wake up every single day and you're super stoked for. And on the days that you don't, because those days happen too, you know that you have a second family and a community that's always got your back. And I've always got your back too, and it sounds super corny to say that, but I love you guys, and we're excited for you. And if I can help in any way, let me know. But that's all we have. It's time for some salmon. So I will talk to you guys later. Mwah.